And do you want to
Hope
just
that's
do
good.
a quick
Um,
introduction as well to these guys because they won't know who you are. So
okay, yeah, I'm your dongers in chat, and I'm Kevin. I'm like 2000 USDF. I'm a decent player. I started playing in high school around 5 years ago, and I've like that was my introduction to chess. So I didn't even like know how to move the pieces before that, pretty much.
yeah, so you're
And
you're pretty much the same as me. Yeah,
I've made it.
yeah,
Yeah, I've made it to where I am right now. So like I'm kind of like an adult learner, I guess.
yeah. Okay, cool, awesome. And we had a session like when I first started. You were one of the first people to reach out to me, and I mean,
Yeah,
I it was just fun. So I thought we should do another one.
yeah.
I think there's a few other people I did stuff with that I want to do with again as well, like
Yeah.
blue and stuff. Yeah.
I find like adult learners for chess are like really really interesting.
Oh
Like
yeah, why's
cuz
that?
you don't I feel like you never build the full range of intuition that you would as a child, but you can still get incredibly far just by being I don't know, just by hard work and dedication, really.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think there's I personally don't notice a difference at the moment. I don't remember what it was like learning stuff as a kid. Um, I feel like I think feel like we might even have an advantage. But I don't know. That's just me. I think it's a good mindset to have that you can believe that you have an advantage even if maybe you don't.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just switched to my phone. My computer's being a little bit weird.
Okay, that is actually way clearer. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Um.
All right. So you're trying
So
to solve this tactic right here?
yeah, I mean, did you want to do tactics or did you want to play games? Like, how do you think I could improve my visualization faster?
I still think tactics are probably the best way of doing it. Tactics, um, I think it's more maybe like blitzing through tactics. Like just if you don't get it right away, then like it's probably you probably need to like so I think up to like maybe like 1500, 1600 on chess.com,
Hmm.
you can build up the intuition and like get it almost automatically, but then the tactics after that you will have to like calculate.
Yeah.
That's or at least that's been my experience.
So do you think
So
it'd
like
be worth going to like the learning section and just like selecting like a few things or even just one thing and then just trying to see it so I can do it like instantly and then basically just doing that a whole bunch of times?
yeah, I think it's just kind of like getting that volume in.
Hmm.
Uh, I know a lot of people will say it's better to calculate for tactics, but I feel like your calculation is pretty on point already. It's just about getting your visualization in.
Okay. Um, I don't know if you want to help me finish these puzzles or not before we start, but that sounds pretty good. I can't figure out this one at the moment. I feel like I have to sack my queen and then get a
Uh,
fork, but
this one's pretty tough. This one's hard,
mm,
but yeah. So I think what's key to notice here is there any move that you can make that threatens mate. So you've taken a look at all the checks, like you've seen Queen G2 check, Queen
mm,
G3 check, Queen G4 check, Queen H1 check, Queen D1 check. None of them look good, right?
mm-hmm.
And those are the only checks that you have in this position.
Yeah.
So, do you have any move that threatens mate?
Um,
So,
I
if
mean,
you think
moving the
about,
knight back and then doing something on these squares, but then the queen's kind of in the way.
mhm,
Um, let me just see.
yeah. So you have to think of it in threat priority, right? So after you look at checks, you have to look at threatening mate.
Yeah.
That's the strongest. That's the second strongest threat, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't see it. It's like I feel like if I can escape Let me just keep on looking one sec. So the only thing I can think about is like moving this pawn up and then being able to get my rook out really fast. Um,
Uh, I can tell you, you just highlighted one of the moves that threatens mate.
this one. Oh, I just did
Uh,
before. You mean?
yeah, you did it before. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Let me check again. Do
Try to be creative. Think about all the squares around the king. What squares do you have to cover?
all right. So this is the main problem.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Also, notice the positioning of his king and his queen right now, right?
Mm.
His king and his queen are on the same color square, right?
Yeah.
Which means that they're susceptible to knight forks,
Yeah.
considering you have a knight so deep in their position, right?
Yeah.
So if your queen vacates f3 and a knight were to go there instead, you would have a fork, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Which is what
Yeah,
I was looking at before. So I was trying to create like a threat where the king didn't move, but he would have to take my queen.
yeah. So can you force the king to not be able to move?
Um,
And also, your knight is hanging. So
I mean, I can go there, and then the king can't move. Oh yeah, and I don't have to take my queen. And
yeah,
then I can
actually,
go here.
that move, queen playing queen h3 is threatening mate. Do you see that?
um, I guess because of this check. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. Because this is also a check.
If he
Yeah.
doesn't yeah if he doesn't do anything to stop that check, then it's mate,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So
Interesting.
he has to, and if it's not mate, then it's a fork. So let's say you play queen h3 and
Yeah.
he wants to vacate the f2 square, so he'll play like pawn to f4 or something. You can still check him with the knight and win the queen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because is it the queen that's able to stop this? So
Yeah,
if I go here, what has to happen? So the queen has to be able to block, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that moving your queen to h3 threatens knight to f3. Uh,
Check.
yeah, that it threatens knight to f3 checkmate, and it also threatens the fork knight
Yeah.
to
True.
f3.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, but I mean, I can just take this. I can still do the check here because he
Yeah,
has to take with his queen. I just win the queen. So
exactly. Yeah,
easy,
that's
easy
exactly
game.
right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, that was tough to see actually because it was like a double thing where I was like, I wanted the fork, but then I also wanted the check. Like I wasn't looking at both the checkmate and the fork at the same time. It's like separate
right.
things. Like they were.
So
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain.
yeah, these puzzles, after you look at check, you should just automatically be thinking like, how do I threaten checkmate? How
Yeah,
do I win a piece? Stuff
yeah,
like that, right?
yeah. Okay, I have been noticing. I am doing that more, but uh, not as much. Like it happens sometimes. I notice myself doing it sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, this one doesn't look too tricky. I said that about last one, but it looks like I can just go bam bam and um, take the bishop. Do we have anything better? Other checks. Um,
I don't see anything better. That
yeah, it's
honestly looks
better.
really solid to me.
Yeah. Oh, and then we get more though. Okay, so
Yeah, he's gonna try to kick us around, right? So the queen has a important job, right?
Ix is kind of blocked. I see. Yeah. I see. Cause we're kind of trapped in here. Let me try and figure this out. So we can just go here, and then we can ship away, and that threatens
Okay.
something.
What's the queen's job currently? So the queen has to do something if
Um,
they want to retain the piece. So you want a piece, right?
yeah,
You want to keep that piece,
yep.
which means that your queen is tied down right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
So I want to protect these. I need to
yeah,
protect this dude.
your queen, yeah, your queen's the only thing that's defending the d4 knight. Your
Yeah,
pawn is defending the c3 knight, so you don't have to worry about that one too much.
yeah,
But your queen is the only thing that's defending the d4 knight,
Mm-hmm.
so it's tethered to the d4 knight right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the only square I can go here, but I'm just thinking if it does this, I guess I can go
yeah.
here.
A5 would be the logical. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then what do you do after a5?
Um. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah. So if I go there, he goes there, then I go. Oh no, I can't go there. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
you have to watch out for those squares that your opponent's covering. He's covering a lot of the light squares with his bishop and the
Yeah.
dark squares with his pawns.
Um. So after b4, do you mean? So after he does a5 and I'm on b4, I Oh, I can
How
go
do you?
here. Oh, sorry. I can go to b6.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
And
that's
that's
right.
still good.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Okay, sure. Hold on. Let me just close the window because my my screen is like really glary right now. One sec.
Okay.
Ooh. All right, much better. Okay, let's do it. So, white to move. Oops. Yeah, and if these start taking too long, we can just do other stuff. um, we can go to the vision training puzzles.
Yeah,
So I immediately when I look at this puzzle, I think this move is really good because he can't take with his back with his pawn, um,
right.
and
Yeah,
he's in check.
yeah, you know what a double check is, right?
Yeah, it means that he can't just take one piece. He has to actually move his king.
Yeah, whenever it's double check, he has to move his king.
Yeah, and
Double checks can be incredibly powerful.
yeah.
But they're not always the right move. In this situation, I think it is the right move, probably. I think.
Well,
Yeah, it's probably the right move.
so if we do this, he has to basically move here or here.
Yeah, so there he has two moves, right?
Yeah, and then we can go
Yeah.
here, thread in the queen, and then he's sort of stuck on this file because he has to move his queen, and then we can go here and thread in some sort of mate, I think.
Yeah, I think that would just be mating if he doesn't. If he tries to save his queen, I think it's mating. He can't. His queen has to go to like E8 or D8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're covering the whole diagonal with your light square bishop, and you're covering the dark squares with your knight.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, actually, Boob's right. I should try not to draw arrows until the end, like
Yeah.
until I figured it out. Yeah, because like I'm getting too used to using arrows.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think arrows. I think arrows hurt your calculation more than your visualization, but they probably hurt both a little bit.
Yeah, actually, because I'm focused on where the arrows are. That makes sense. Okay, so let's just have a look at this. So, bam, he moves to the H file 7 or 8. Probably H7 because the knight's not defended. Yeah, and then if we go back to F5 with the knight, we can attack the queen. The queen can only really move backwards.
Yeah, the queen can only move backwards, and it's
Yeah.
key that you're attacking the G7 square after that.
Yeah, so...
Right, so you're attacking the G7 square twice. Once
Ah,
with the
you're
knight,
right.
with the queen, right?
Yeah, which would be mate if his queen doesn't defend.
Yeah, so you're attacking the queen, attacking the G7 square. The queen, if he wants to protect both, he has to move the queen to protect the G7 square, right?
Yeah, and I don't think he can do
there's no
that.
square
Yeah.
that really does that.
Yeah, so he has to sack the queen and do something else, like move the No, I don't even know how he defends that. How does I guess he moves the... No, he can't move the king. I guess he moves his pawn up or something. No, I'm not sure.
He can like counterattack,
Yeah.
I guess. So
Okay.
he can try to attack your queen, but it doesn't work
doesn't
out
matter.
very well.
Yeah. So pretty easy. Okay, he went there though. I don't think that changes anything, but it just opens up for me going here. and double
Yeah,
check.
the other line that I was looking at is after you play knight to f5, he can play knight to h5, and then you take
Oops.
his queen,
And
and then
H.
he takes your queen. But then you can do h takes his knight, and then you actually just checkmate him. So that's a funny little line right there.
H takes his knight. I checkmate him at
Yeah.
the same
So
time.
yeah, knight. So the line that I'm thinking of is knight f5. He
Mm.
does knight h5, counterattacking your queen.
Yeah.
So you're threatening to take his queen. He's threatening to take your queen. His knight is protecting mate, so you can't mate him just yet.
Mm.
But you just take his queen, and if he tries taking your queen, you can take back with the h pawn, which is check, and it's actually checkmate.
Oh, true. That's pretty cool. I really
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, that's cool. Huh, interesting.
it's a cute little line. Yeah.
Okay, wait to move. I might just put in the stream thing that we're doing coaching as well, because maybe people were interested in that. I don't know.
Sure.
Give me one sec. Um, just put it. Just put getting coached. Okay. All right. All right. Let's have a look. So checks wise, what do we got here? I feel like this is much easier than I did like last time. Maybe these puzzles are just a little bit easier. We're in check at the moment.
I think you probably just have gotten better, right? You
Mm.
gained about 200 points since you started.
Yeah. So I don't like going to the H file because if I go here, then he checks here, and it's just mate, I think. So
Yeah,
it
that's
makes
pretty
sense.
bad.
Makes sense. I don't like it. So pretty much we have to go to G2, I think. And then I'm gonna guess he's gonna do either rook to the H file, rook H8, or queen to H4. Man, it's really hard not to draw arrows. I'm saying it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll try. We'll try. So he'd do one of those two. I wouldn't be in check anymore, but he's also threatening to make a queen. But we have
Yeah.
sufficient defense for that unless he doubles up. No, even if he
Yeah.
doubles up, we still defend it because we've got the king ready.
Yeah. How many defenders do you have on the h1 square if he tries the queen?
Well, we'll have three because we'll have the
Yeah.
queen, rook, and king.
Yeah, exactly.
And so he
So
can't.
really, all you have to do is worry about like if he's able to bring his rook and queen to the h file and then try to checkmate you that way.
Yeah,
But
and he can check the queen. Like if he did rook to h8 and queen to h3, then he'd check the king. But then
I think you're just solid in this position.
yeah,
I think
okay.
you're yeah.
Oh,
I
so
think this is fine.
he just ran away. Okay. All right. So he ran away. So instead, we want to attack. Like, what's he attacking? This rook. I don't know why he did that. He's still threatening this, but I'm gonna guess there's like some sort of maybe attacking line we have now as well.
So yeah, what would you identify as his threat in this position? So he has a reason for playing queen g6. It's not just running away.
Queen g6. Well, maybe he wants to move his rook in front. What is the other reason? Oh, he wants to check the king. He wants to fork the king here.
Yeah.
Okay. So to defend that, I mean, I could just move my king. We're ahead, so I could just move my king to f. Oh, my queen to f1, and then if he does fork, then we.
Well, let's go down that line. So yeah, let's say he does that. Yeah. Let's say you do that.
And then he tries to fork, and then we defend, and then he.
Let's say you take.
He takes, and then I take back with my king, and now he's got these two. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you worried in that situation?
So if he goes to G2, then we would have to take back. We'd have to take, and then we're kind of screwed. I think. Oh no, our king can defend. So
yeah.
We defend, and we're fine actually.
Okay.
Yeah, looks fine.
Um,
I think.
mm,
Takes. He takes. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine.
wait. Okay. Am I missing something? So yeah, the check on e4 is the threat. Check on e4. I'm curious as to why king f1, or sorry, queen f1 and queen to e2 are different in that case. I thought that there was some reason that the queen couldn't take, or queen takes on f3 was bad for us. Is it bad for us?
F3
I'm not really sure if
takes.
I'm seeing the tactic there.
Maybe there's another way. So if he goes, yeah, nope. I mean, I can't see it.
Queen f1, queen e4 check, queen f3 block, queen f3 block.
Maybe it's because he can threaten two at once if he goes to h7 with his queen, then um,
Okay. Maybe he. I guess that makes sense. He could try to go to h5 or. Yeah, he could try to go to h5 or h7. So you probably want to get your rook behind, put your rook on h1 or something.
yeah.
So then you probably want to go to e2 because you can't get your rook onto h1 if your queen is on f1, and you can't. And also, your rook would be undefended if your queen was on f1 and you tried to move the first rank rook. So, yeah. So I guess queen to e2 probably better.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's a pretty hard tactic. These defensive tactics are not easy.
Yeah. Is there anything aggressive that we've got? Because like if I go here, then he just goes like that, and I'm screwed. So
Yeah.
not really.
After the check, it's very very.
Yeah. I don't even know if this is correct though. It doesn't. It feels too like up in the air. Yeah. It's so weird.
Right.
Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh.
There must be something else.
I have no idea what it is then. I guess e4 probably. I saw e4, but I thought e4 looks really weakening because you have 3 undefended pawns. Maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
E4.
I saw e4, but I was like, d4, e4, and f4 are all unprotected. So maybe it's okay. I guess you are up a rook. It just seems... It seems weakening for no obvious reason.
Yeah.
What? Why is...
yeah, it is apparently.
So, Verb, why is queen e2 wrong?
Weird.
Why is queen e2 wrong? Curious.
Should we have a look on the engine?
I feel like, yeah, this puzzle's not very...
Let's have a look.
This puzzle's not very good.
Yeah, because we kind of delighted it worked, but maybe it doesn't work. Let's have a look. Okay, so he did that, and then...
Yeah, so...
Oops.
Yeah, G2 is the only move.
Oh no, it crashed.
Wait.
No. Uh-oh.
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 That's not...
That's alright, we can come back. Okay.
My calculation might not be great. I kind of came back from like a 4-hour hike.
That's so good.
And I'm pretty tired right now. But I'll try my best.
Alright, I appreciate the time anyway. And, I mean, we can do the visualization stuff, so...
yeah.
Where did you go hiking?
About an hour east of, an hour west of where I live.
Mm.
So it's like an hour west of like Philly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we can move now. Sweet. Alright, so...
Yeah, so
and then he goes there.
That's what they-
Apparently that's wrong for him. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't understand why So this is queen e6 is that
Oh, apparently it's really bad. Why is it so bad?
queen e4 check.
Negative 69. God.
Queen
What?
e4. Wait, I don't get it. Queen e4 check. No, no, no. Do the checking line. I
Oh.
don't understand why it's wrong.
Oh.
I thought you could take with.
Oh, yeah, we do it. And then he checks there, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Play the
Maiden
line where he
10.
checks.
Maiden 10, apparently. If we go there.
Yeah. Queen f3.
Does he go there? Nope.
Queen f3. H1 equals. Oh, h1 equals queen. No, 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 no. It says h1 equals queen, and then rook takes. Oh. Oh. Okay. 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 That removes the defender. H1 equals queen. Yeah.
Him going like this. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
true, yeah. Bam.
It's removing both defenders.
Oh,
So
wait,
you
but
either have
can't
to
we just do that?
you have to take with your king or take with your rook. And if you take with your king, you lose your queen. If you take with the rook, you lose your rook.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, that's hard.
Yeah, that's really tricky.
Dang, dude, it's too late at night for this shit.
Interesting. Ah, no worries, Spoob. This one was a bit of a weird one. Um, they don't usually have puzzles like this, especially when he makes a mistake on this move. So doing this is better because now there's like no follow-up move for him or something. Not sure.
Yeah. I saw that move, but I thought it was
Still
I
close.
thought it was really weakening. But I guess it's okay. It's kind of weird.
Okay, so that's bad. Oh yeah, and then he'd do like that or something.
No, you'd have to do king takes. If the queen's the only thing that's defending
Oh,
e4
true.
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, I get you. Interesting. Even this move that's correct for him is like it's still like a mistake. It's pretty funny. Still shown as a mistake and the correct move at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's just have a look at the ones that I failed. Other ones. So they were
Yeah.
this one. I think. Did I fail this one? What was this one? Oh, there. Oh yeah. Okay. So I screwed this one up because I should just take, and then he takes, and then I take, and then I can defend everything and get my queen. I think.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
And then I can check, but I can't take.
No, here
Twice?
you can
Go there.
you check and then you just bring your king over.
Right, true.
Well, you can't bring your king over now. You have to check first. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
bring your king over.
What's the difference? So if I didn't bring my king over.
So if you just tried to bring your king over now, your king is overloaded.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna take and
So-
then go there. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check and then. Yeah. Okay, I see that one. Cool. And then I think it was this one was the last one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I kind of know I get this one now because before I missed that, he can take on c2, and if I take, if I take on f2, my king. Oh sorry, my king can't get back to c1 fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's better for me to take with my knight and then go to e2.
Yeah.
Easy. Okay, cool. Alright, so puzzle-wise, say if we go to puzzles. Okay, and then I'm just learning.
So I think that he's like for his level, he's doing he's calculating pretty deeply on a lot of lines, but he's not finding the right moves. So Burbs and Marv in chat, like that's what my impression has been. So like finding the right moves, in my opinion, is part of visualization, right?
Yeah.
You need to visualize what the position is that deep, and you need to see what the good moves look like, right? You can't just if you don't see the position correctly in the future, then if you can see the position correctly down the line, then you can treat that position like the position that you see right now.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you reckon are
But
the best ones to start off with? I get what you
um,
mean. Yeah.
I think that you should just uh, I think that you should just try to do like very very easy tactics. So tactics that are like in the 0 to 1,000, and you should like solve them in like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if you can't solve them in 3 seconds, then like find out and generalize a pattern. So what I
Mm.
mean by generalize is like think about all the possible cases where this pattern could also exist, right?
Mm.
So
We'll maybe look for certain themes that are the ones that are
yeah,
missing.
find like what the key pieces in the position are, right? The
Mm.
key pieces in the position will tell you exactly what you need to remember in that pattern,
Oh
right?
yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so this one checks, bam, and then if he takes, I have no, I can't take. I feel like I've done this one before for some reason. Uh,
Yeah, you'll get repeats sometimes.
yeah, although I can't remember it. So this is free, but then this is also free
Mm-hmm.
at the moment. And so if I can do something with my rook, like take, and then he takes with his king or his bishop, then I can get this bishop for free. Oh well, it's a trade, so it's 3 material for 6. Oh sorry, 5 material for 6
Yeah,
trade,
yeah.
which is good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the end, you have same colored bishops and queens, but you're up 2 pawns. You're up 3 pawns actually.
Yeah, I true you. I'm up
So
pawns too.
the rook pawns are probably not that strong, but
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I'm up pawns
yeah,
as well.
your position's pretty good here.
Yeah.
Definitely better.
I feel like we've got a good mating opportunity here, but we're under threat as well. So I was looking at things like uh, h3 with this bishop would be made in 2, but it looks
Right.
like he's got something quite good here as
Right.
well.
So remember, in threat priority, if you threaten mate, then he can check you, right?
Mm. Yeah, so
So
we need to either find some way to checkmate him without him getting any space to check us.
yeah.
And so I'm looking at g3. He takes with h2, and then we've got queen to g3. And now he's checked, and the only square he's got is um, looks like h1, and we can move to with our bishop we can move to d5, and that's checkmate. I think he can defend here, but we take.
Yeah, he can block with the rook, but you take.
Yeah.
It's a spite block.
It's a 5. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, white to move. So he's got a pass pawn. He's in a pretty bad position, it looks like, because his king can only go to 1 square at the moment. And if we check him with a knight, we block that square, and it's checkmate.
Yeah.
Cool. Black to move. So I don't see any checks immediately. I see a lot of pieces that are in like a compact position, and I see that our
Right.
queen is under attack. But I feel like if we just take this knight, then this rook is in a lot of trouble, because he basically just has to take my rook, and then I get up a knight here. And that looks like the best thing.
So what's his threat if you take his knight?
If I take his knight with my pawn, then he's threatening moving this pawn up and
Yeah.
threatening my knight with this queen.
Yeah.
But then if I don't take the knight, I'd have to move my queen somewhere else, I think. Because... Oh, I mean, my queen's under attack, so... If I
Yeah,
take the
so you
rook,
kind of have to.
if I take the rook, then he moves his pawn, then I'm in check, and I lose my queen. I feel like
Yeah.
this is the best I can do, though. Let me see. Bam. And then... Unless I can take the... No, I can't do that first. Yeah, so I have to take this knight. I don't think there's any other option. But then when he moves his pawn up, I... I can block with my knight.
Okay, let's say he just takes it.
And then I take his queen.
It's still check.
And then he
Well,
takes that.
no, there's a pawn on e6.
Oh,
Right?
e6. E6.
He
Yep.
pushed the pawn to e6, right? And then you
Yep.
tried to block with your knight. So
Oh,
there's still a
true.
pawn on e6 here that's blocking your queen takes queen.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
So the knight blocks ideas doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Okay. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah. So, takes. He goes here. I'm in check. I mean, I could just move my king.
Yeah, this puzzle seems pretty hard for a less than 1,000.
The rating range is 100 to 1,000. Yeah. So I think that's
Wow.
it. I just move my king.
This puzzle is, yeah, I would say this puzzle is not easy.
Yeah. But I don't have any
Not
option at the start.
super difficult, but it's not easy.
Yeah. I don't have any other option but to take with the pawn at the moment. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like that's
Well,
that's
yeah,
100%.
you could also move your queen, but I think taking is right. Wow, okay, the puzzle just ends. All right.
Yeah. So the puzzle said it was just like a hanging piece.
Yeah. So the line was after pawn goes up check, you have to go to g8, and then he's gonna take your knight, and you have to take back with your queen and just weather the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since the puzzle just ends, everybody's just gonna get it right, and they're not gonna understand the nuance of the position. So, whatever. Nothing
What
to do
ifs?
about that.
Yeah, we saw the pattern and then got a little bit confused because it was pretty intense after that. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing right now is that we have this check and then we can take the queen. Looks pretty good. The other check we've got is queen to c5 or d4, in which case nothing really comes out of it. So
Yeah,
I much prefer just the check and take the queen.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Looks like a very solid move to me.
Yeah. This one, we're white. We have an easy checkmate.
Yeah.
White to move. Okay, we're behind.
Quick.
Oh no, we're not. It's even game. Even game. For some reason,
Yeah.
I thought he had two pawns. Okay, but our rook is under attack. If we take, then his king takes back. We take his rook. We have a pass pawn. He doesn't. But he can attack my pawn pretty quick. But we will have our pawn will be much faster, I think. So, how many moves has he got? He's got after we trade, he's got one, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, in order to take, and then 4, 5, 6.
Pawn.
Yeah, and whereas
Yeah.
we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just are ahead.
You have 4.
4.
Yeah.
1. No, we've got to move out of the way. 2, 3,
you,
4, 5.
You move your king. You move your king out of the way, and then you have 3 pawn moves.
1, 2, 3, 1. Oh yeah, I'm counting the takes. Oh yeah, you're right. It's only 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't count the takes.
You're counting the takes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
5. Oops. You can actually just chase this pawn. It makes it a lot easier. C5 is inaccurate because of this. Let's see. C5.
Yeah.
King F3.
Instead of seeing that you have to push and not piece, you can actually just chase the pawn. It makes it a lot easier. C5 is inaccurate. Are you talking about the previous puzzle or this puzzle? King F3. Okay, he's probably talking about the previous puzzle. Yeah, I think I think it is inaccurate, but you have to. It's the most trying line. It's not the best line. Yeah.
Oh, the one where we got stuck with the pawn for ages.
Yeah. I think he's
Should we just have a look at it?
King F3. King F3?
This one?
No. He's talking about the puzzle after this. There's no King F3 in this position.
F3.
He's talking about the one where we did the check and discovered on Queen.
With the knight?
Yeah.
This one. So he thinks C5.
C5 is inaccurate. C5?
No, it must be a different one.
The endgame one.
Oh, this one. C5. I mean, we didn't get to move to C5. We were already there, if that makes sense. I don't know what he said. King F3. After Rook F4. Yep. King F4. Yep. King F3. Ah, King D6. Yep. King D6. King F3. King F3. Yep. Yeah, King F3.
King G2.
King E5.
King G2, King F4. King F4. Why?
G2.
Yeah. King G2, King. After. Oh, he's saying chase the G pawn.
Oh.
Chase the G pawn instead of trying to promote your own pawn. I think you can do it either way, right? It doesn't matter. You're queening ahead of him.
Yeah, does it matter? Should we have a look?
I don't think it matters. You have 4 tempi. He has 6 tempi. No matter what, you're queening ahead of him. Worst case scenario, you can sack your pawn for his queen, or you can sack your queen for his about to queen and pick up the rest of his pawns because he's too slow. You're closer.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the awkward shuffle when you queen. Oh. All right. Okay. Sure.
Let's just have a look. So you say he goes like that.
Yeah.
And then we go like that or something.
I think all lines are winning.
Oh yeah, they're both fine.
He just wants the best, the quickest winning line.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just saying, yeah. I got you.
Oh yeah, because we can go there.
Yeah.
I see. So they're both good. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
All lines are winning. I think he just wants the one with no counterplay.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah.
Like least chance for mistakes.
Yeah. But if you're queening first, you should 99 out of 100% times be winning.
Okay, blank to
all right.
So we got a check. Oops. Check on F1, and then he can only block with his queen. It looks like, and then we can check on F3 with our bishop, and then I think that's checkmate. Oh no, he can block with the queen again. No, he can't. It's checkmate. Yeah.
Well, he does have a move there. He has king to C1.
Oh yeah, C1. Yeah, and then we take the queen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then that would be checkmate.
Nice. Yeah, so I do miss the we can take the queen things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should actually let you solve those for yourself. I shouldn't interject.
Yeah.
Just tell you that you're missing something instead of saying what it is.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, wait to move. So this one looks like a perpetual. Oh no, we can take his queen. Yeah, so we go to A2 and then take the queen.
Yep.
Yeah. We were just behind, so I was like perpetual. Wait to move. We don't have a battery. We were close close to battery. Um, what's going on here? Is there a hanging piece? What's being defended? So they're all defended pretty well. We take here. Actually,
Yeah.
no, we take on A8 and then we remove the defender for the knight.
Yeah, exactly. The other line you have to look at is after rook takes rook, the knight takes knight, and then
After rook
you have to
takes.
see that you have to see that he's attacking your queen.
Yeah. So yeah, after I take, then he can attack knight, but then I take his queen.
He takes your
He takes
queen,
my
and
queen,
then
and then I take his knight check. Oh, sorry,
yeah,
I take his rook check.
yeah, 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 and then you're better.
Yeah, and then I'm just better. Yeah, I can run away.
Yeah, you just gotta look at the full line.
Because he might have something where he puts me in check first or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that line is like if you calculate it out, it's clearly losing, but it's like a trying line, right? If that makes sense.
Yeah, he's got some sort of counterplay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we've done 10. So is there any thoughts so far? Like, should I go easier? Should I be
No,
faster?
I think this is good. You just have to, like, you should be able to see the correct move right away. Like, you might not be able to see the full combination right away, but if the move that is correct is within like you can find it within the first like 5 to 10 seconds, then that means that you have the intuition for this current level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. Maybe I should even write. Should I be writing down the ones that I can do fast, or?
I think it's really hard to organize chess ideas on paper.
Yeah.
Like you can group them somewhat, but it's still very hard to organize the complete set of tactics, just because there's so many possibilities.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So for this one, we've got. I was thinking something to do with the rook taking. He takes back, and then I have checkmate on g8.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any other options. Because otherwise, yeah. There's just no other options. White's move in check. He isn't takeable. We can either move up or down. And what do we got on this side? So on this other side, we've got a bishop that's threatened. It doesn't look very good for me, but his queen also has a lot of escape squares, so it's not trapped. I kind of where do I want to move my king then? Like, what's my idea after I move my king? Like, where is he safe? If I put him on, if I move to the g3 square, then he's got like a perpetual check sort of situation. Or he can just take my pawns.
Yeah, this one is also not an easy calculation, but
so I'm guessing. I mean, I can also block with f2, and that also opens up my rook to escape. But then, if he takes my pawns, I can take back. But then what happens? So he can move to. He can't move there. I mean, I like that more because then I can get like I get my pawn to like a8 at some point. Yeah, sorry, my rook to a8.
Yeah. I think that's really all there is to this puzzle. Just after, like, you really only have 2 moves, right? So if you go king g1, you get mated right away.
Yeah.
That's not good. So the only 2 moves to calculate is bishop blocks or king g3, right? And
wait,
king
I get
g3,
mated on g1? Let me just see.
Yeah. No, you get mated in 1.
On g1?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
G1.
because nothing can block. Yeah, because he just moves to d4.
E3.
Oh no,
Yeah.
E3. Yeah, you're right. Whoops.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I basically have to block or go to G3, but
Yeah. So
not.
yeah, in this kind of puzzle where you're getting checked, like you'll probably have very few moves, right?
Hmm.
So you can only block. You can block, take, and move your king. That's the only ideas.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
And then, but I think, do you think it's worth thinking about like the other things that could happen in case they have multiple options, like the moving my rook out, being able to move my rook out, sort of thing?
Yeah. So the way that I saw it, the king looks worse on G3, especially after knight to H5 check.
Yep.
So I was like, yeah, the king doesn't look good there, and then also just like you need to get the rest of your pieces in the game, right?
Mm.
So your
Yep.
bishop's not playing and your rook's not playing, so you kind of have to play.
Yeah.
You have to play your bishop out.
No. Yeah. And this is pretty easy back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait
Yeah.
to move. So
See how automatic that was.
yeah, from this one, I don't see any checks, but this immediately the knight. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I was like the knight's hanging, but it is defended by the
Yeah.
pawn and the queen. I see. Um,
Right. The knight wasn't hanging, but it was doing something important there. Right.
it was the only thing defending this rook. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which I didn't see initially, but I just thought the knight was.
Oh yeah.
But I should have seen that. I should have been looking for checkmates, right? Checkmates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, checkmates.
So
Checks.
yeah, this is also like a kind of idea, like working backwards. Like, so you're like, oh, I really want to take that rook, right? But I can't take the rook because there's something defending it.
Yeah.
If there's only one thing that's defending it, then it's possible to remove it in the next turn.
Yeah.
Right. So this is kind of like a way of thinking backwards. Like, oh, if I can remove this piece, then I can get to there. And like, that's an easier way to find it rather than the other way around of looking like, oh, if I take this, then I can take this afterwards. It's much easier to think, oh, I want to take this. Now, how do I facilitate that?
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which is something I don't do enough of at the moment. Like I see when my vision just goes, oh, this piece looks like it's important or hanging or weak. Weak is what I should say. This piece looks like it's weak. And my mind just immediately goes to it. Like at the moment, my mind's like this guy's weak for some reason.
Yeah.
But I don't know why yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like removing the defender is probably one of the most common tactics in chess, just in general. Like you'll see removing the defender all the time.
Yeah.
And you just have to like it's very very common, but it's also very very like removing the defender can come in all different kinds of form.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what makes it harder to notice, I guess. Like because it's so common and it comes in all kinds of forms, you really have to understand every single variation of it, and every single variation of it is basically like, okay, I want to take this piece. How do I make taking this piece?
Yeah.
And is it worth the material that I'll be sacking?
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where you sack a rook to take two pieces because like a knight is defending a bishop and you're attacking the bishop and you're attacking the knight.
Right. This one I'm not seeing straight away actually.
Right.
Yeah, because if I take the bishop, then he takes with his knight. I guess I can take with my other rook, and then he's under attack. Yeah, so it's a 5 for 6. But I think getting my rook out is pretty good. Seems like.
I agree.
And the other line I was looking at it is rook takes, his knight takes, and then I move my pawn up. But if I do that, he can like boomerang back.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the material count right now?
19. It's even.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting up one material is pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, another thing to consider is like, it's two active pieces, right, for a rook. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Oh,
like
true. Yeah.
that knight that's blockading your pawn and that bishop that's attacking your pawn are probably maybe worth a little bit more than three. Plus you're also
Okay.
plus you're also removing him with the bishop pair, which is like worth another half. So
Yeah, and I'm bringing my rook into a pretty good like line as
yeah,
well.
where it's attacking his bishop, blockading his pass pawn.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, black to move. So immediately, this knight is undefended, and we can take it. Um, but we've done this puzzle before. If we take, he can take our. Sorry, if we take, he can check our king on e7. Um,
Uh-huh.
and then we can block, but blocking doesn't do anything with our rook. So if he does attack on e7, then what do we do? He's attacking both our pieces.
Wait, blocking doesn't work?
Oh, sorry. Oh no, we can block with our knight. Yeah, which is
So then he takes your bishop.
then he takes that bishop. Um,
Yeah, so
hmm.
he is forcing you there.
Yeah. Interesting. So I guess we just take the pawn, and then if he takes, no, it doesn't work.
You can't take it.
Let me think. If I take, he goes here, then, oh yeah, I can block with my rook because it's defended by the knight. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
There you go.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Hijack the screen. That's true. I can hijack the screen. I can do anything I want. I'm the only one that's talking right now. It's crazy. I can't control the cursor though. I can only control the cursor on my computer. Not true control. Can trash talk him though. Wow. I'm not good at trash talking. I don't know what to say.
Alright, I'm back. Hijacked. Oh yeah, I let him run wild. Oh no. Alright, what happened?
Nothing really.
Okay, good. Okay, so sort of the goal behind this is me being able to do this incredibly fast. Like, I guess if I watch, he's very mean.
Very, very yeah.
If so, say when I do watch Hikaru do these kind of things, he does even the long form of them very quickly, where he recognizes like he would recognize that the knight's defending the rook, even in the 3 second time period or whatever.
Yeah.
And so getting to that point where I can see that is sort of like the goal with this as well, right?
Yeah. So I feel like you can probably get to like 1600 on like pure pure intuition alone, and then after that you have to have like calculation abilities. But like if I think if you can do all the puzzles up until like 1200, like without like just like through your intuition, if you can find the move like right away, then you're pretty solid.
Yeah. Okay. And so I mean I can do that every day. Like I can just do like 50 puzzles a day or something of those. Or maybe just a time period. I just do like an hour of that a day or something. Or is there like a better way to do it?
I don't really think. Yeah, I don't think that there's a better way to do it really.
Mm.
Like intuition is normally built very slowly, right?
Yeah.
So the way that you're trying to do it right now is building it quickly, and that's just through like sheer volume,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say that that way doesn't work, but it's gonna be very very hard to make up for just time, right?
Mm.
Time is normally the biggest indicator of like how quickly some or how much somebody can improve,
Yeah.
right? Um, so just trying to do it rapid fire, trying to get as much volume in as possible. I think that's probably most important.
Mm. Okay. And this one, I was looking for like some sort of checkmate pattern, which I think we have going here and then there and then
Yeah,
you get stuck.
pieces are looking pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Yep.
It does take me a little while to find mating nets though, for sure. Because I
Oh
want
yeah.
to calculate the full line, but doesn't it like if you find two really good moves, do you even need to calculate the full line, or what do you think about that?
Uh, Sometimes you'll see a move that like you stop calculating because you're winning so much material.
Mm.
Like if you're going to be up like a queen for a piece in the line, unless you're getting mated in the next turn, you don't really have to calculate further, right?
Mm.
So that's the way that I kind of see it. But uh,
Yeah, like in that last one, I did see the force mate, but
yeah,
it was
you
quite a
just
long line.
yeah you just kind of have to see you kind of have to like find after, like the point at which you stop calculating is when you find a stable position, right?
Mm.
That one wasn't a mating net; it was an actual force mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
Um,
Okay, so in this one, we're looking at uh. So this piece is pretty the key piece because it's defending this knight, which if we get the knight out of the way, then we can check the king safely, and then the
True.
king has to hide,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can get our other pieces into the game like our knight and rook and have like a mate in two situation.
Right.
Is
So
looks pretty good, and but he's got really doesn't look like he's got any counterplay. Like he can defend it with his queen by going to like um, e2.
right. So we would say that that pawn is overloaded, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So bam. Yeah.
Overloaded pawn, very sad. Yeah.
Very-
Very sad.
it's a very it's, yeah, not overloaded, just very sad.
Poor
Sad
guy.
pawn. That could be
He's
a
trying to do his job in life.
yeah.
You know?
That could be an emote actually. Sad pawn, or like sad piece. Like what's a very common piece that gets overloaded?
It's tough being a pawn.
Yeah.
It's the
Sad
blue
pawn.
collar work of chess.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good one. I'm gonna write it down, like sad porn or something like that. Um, for like an emote, it'd be hilarious. Okay. Did you want to play a game or something as well? Like, I'm not sure if you think it's worth doing that.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
want to play?
we've already been going for an hour, so. Um,
I'm just down to hang out, probably until like 12.
what time is it at the moment?
It's 11:10 for me.
Okay. Yeah. How about we play some games? I'll do two more puzzles, and then we play some stuff because I do want to try out some new. I wrote down yesterday, like I want to try out Balloon Defense, the Catalan, and Karukan.
Okay. I don't play. I play the Catalan. I don't
Okay.
play Berlin, and I don't play. Oh well. Okay. I guess I kind of play the Caravan.
Yeah.
But I don't play. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Scratch that. I just don't play the Caravan.
Yeah. Well, we can try the Catalan then. Yeah, I'd just be interested to learn more stuff. Okay, so it looks like this is just a mate M1. If we go here, Yoinkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I purely play the Catalan because I hate dealing with the Nimzo.
You hate what?
And I purely play the Catalan because I hate dealing with the Nimzo.
The Nimso.
So yeah, the Nimzo Indian defense is very very common as 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 black.
Yeah.
Um, and you can play the Catalan to get out of it because like generally the Nimzo is just really like very very high drawing chance black.
Mm.
So yeah, playing the Nimzo is, or sorry, playing the Catalan is like it makes the game much more dynamic and much more imbalanced, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so you and Bird both play the Catalan. That's interesting as well. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here, I think we like this. Uh, this is like a key square because then we can check the king. Um, well, I'll just have a look. So this looks like a key square, but it's defeated by this. Checking the king doesn't. Well, we don't get a fork, but we can get a fork. Like, what am I looking at here? Uh, so taking this knight with the pawn,
Yeah.
he can
This
defend
is
it. He can defend it with his bishop on e7,
hmm.
and then we can attack the king, but he just moves away. And what does that even accomplish? Doesn't look like it does that much.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it does that much.
Yeah, so you just have to calculate all the different. There's a lot of pieces in a very very small area.
Yeah. So we could also take with the knight, and then he takes back with the bishop. Then we take with the pawn, and then his rook's under attack. Don't really like that. Maybe even check might be better. We check.
Yeah.
Then he takes, and then we take with the pawn.
Yeah.
And then he takes.
In this position, all you have to do is win two pieces.
Mm.
Because, yeah, this position, you already have enough pawns to compensate for, to like, if material was even, if the piece material was even and the pawns, we didn't count the pawns, then because you have extra pawns, you'd be winning here.
Yeah. So, I mean...
You just have to even it up, really.
Yeah. So we could do rook. Rook takes, check, then he kind of has to take back. Then we take with the pawn. And...
Then he would take your knight, right?
Yeah, I take my knight. Okay. So we could do pawn, bam. Take with the...
Yeah, so it's also important to threaten something the next move, right?
Mm.
So when you do pawn takes, you're threatening taking. So actually, you have two threats. If you do pawn takes, you're threatening knight to d6 checkmate, right?
Mm.
If he doesn't do anything, and you're also threatening to take the rook.
Knight to d6. Oh yeah, I see. I didn't even look at that before.
Right. So you have to be. You constantly have to be looking at what is your next threat after you play a move, right? Because if you play a move, what your opponent will have to do is he'll have to deal with your threats for the next turn. So don't just look at what I'm winning this turn if I play this. Think about threats for the next turn as well.
Yeah.
Because if you have like a double, like if you can make a move that does a double attack for the next turn, he can't defend against both, right?
Mm. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like it's much easier to get a dynamic position with risks with d4, ironically, despite the reputation of e4. Yeah, I agree. I used to play e4 a lot more, and then I kind of realized that every time I played e5, like I wasn't sure if e5 was making me better or worse. Like if we were both playing the opening perfectly, e5 just becomes like a really really double-edged move. In not symmetrical openings, in positions where you can't play e5 for like the attack, it ends up being incredibly double-edged. So I've started playing d4 like 2 or 3 years ago, and d4 has felt a lot more comfortable for me, just because I think I'm yeah, you can get pretty dynamic positions even in you can get dynamic positions in like positions where the pawn structure is the same, which is very very interesting. Like I feel like exchange Slav is not as it's not oh I should
Oh,
accept that challenge.
that's weird.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not on chess.com yet.
I'm listening at the same time, so it's like, yeah. I mean, you guys. I mean, you can just teach. Is it a defense or an attack? Usually,
Um, the Catalan.
yeah.
The Catalan is it's an opening for white.
Okay.
It's kind of like you can play against a lot of things, but it's mainly played against the Nimzo Indian defense.
Yeah.
Uh, for
So
black.
is it an E4 opening?
It's a D4 opening.
D4. Okay, because I don't
Yeah.
know it at all. So
So I guess I'll play. Yeah, I guess I'll play a Nimzo
okay, cool. So that's
or
is that kind of like the French
this.
defense, or is the French?
I guess this is not a Nimzo yet, but this is not a French defense. If you played E4, it'd be a French defense.
Okay, if sorry, what did you say? E.
I think I kind of misplayed my move order, but whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you play the So if you want to play the Nimzo,
Mm.
you would be playing C4, right? I was supposed to play knight F6. That's my bad.
Okay. So what's my next move anyway? So if you were playing the Nimso,
So you want to play C4?
C. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, and then after that I play. Um. Was it F3 or something?
Knight C3.
Knight C3. Oh. Oh yeah, and then I do something over the side.
And then I play. I don't play a Nimzo, so I kind of forget. I think I kind of messed up the move order already, but this is the Nimzo.
Okay.
Whoops. Yeah, now it says Nimzo Indian Defense on the top over
Okay.
there.
Okay. Cool. And then I play. G3, knight to G3, or F3.
So here I'm gonna be wanting to push D5, and the idea for you is in the Catalan you want to play G3, and you want to get your bishop to G2.
G3, and bishop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Play that. Okay.
Although honestly I'm having a lot of trouble recognizing what this is as black because I don't play this system as black. It's very very strange.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, does Burb know it very well? Because Burb could play against me, and then you can commentate and tell me what to do. If we want to do that.
I would not be able to beat Burb.
No, you don't need to beat him. But I mean, I play Burb, and then you just commentate and ask me like the move orders and stuff.
Start with knight F3 and force acute Queen's Indian Defense or mainline Catalan. It's really personal preference. If you want to play the Catalan, you would never get this though, because you'd start with knight F3 and force a Queen's Indian Defense or mainline Catalan. Okay.
Knight F3 instead of knight C3.
So it's the threat. Okay, this is fine for now.
Okay. And then, so what are sort of my ideas going on along here? Like, I want to control the set to.
Yeah. So the bishop on the long diagonal is just controlling and making my bishop really really bad. Like my light square bishop is just going to be not great the whole game, and that's kind of it's kind of a recurring theme for all of Black's openings in general. Generally, his light square bishop is just going to be really garbage.
Yeah.
Um, so I probably don't I probably don't adopt the correct system, but I kind of want to just play like Kali as black. So I'm thinking just like c6 because I'm really so like your strength is you're controlling the center and you have that incredibly diagonal.
Mm.
Diagonal. Normally in a Nimzo, you want your bishop to like stay on the f1 to a5 or sorry a6 diagonal.
Mm.
And basically that bishop like so when I capture back on c4, you can capture back with your bishop. That's normally the idea, but with the Catalan, you're basically saying like, okay, uh, it's kind of like the same idea with like the Queen's Gambit, where
Mm.
like you're basically gambiting this pawn, not really gambiting, but like it's gonna be very very hard for me to protect that c4 pawn, so I'm just not gonna do it. So
Mm.
I'm not gonna take that pawn on c4 because one, I'm gonna lose that pawn, and two, you would get that beautiful bishop on the long diagonal, right?
Ah, yeah, I see. So I kind of want to keep this, and then I guess further development, I'd be moving. I could either go bishop d2 or bishop like f5. Oh, sorry, f4. Um, Something like that. Or I could kick away your bishop by going to d3. I'm not sure what the
Yeah.
structure is.
So here I think, yeah, bishop to. I think, yeah. Well, I feel like a lot of moves could be played here. Knight out seems fine. Bishop out seems fine. Kicking my bishop also seems fine.
Hmm. I think one of the moves I like. I mean, I like doing this a lot as well.
Really? Okay.
Is
I
this bad?
don't. Um, I would say it's more passive than it has to be.
Yeah.
So like, uh, what looks most comfortable to me is pinning my knight, right?
Mm.
And so you're in the Catalan, you've committed a lot of your pawns to dark squares. So your dark squared bishop is going to be your bad bishop.
Ah,
So
okay.
you're actually okay giving up the bad bishop if I play h6. You just take the knight.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So actually, if I'm not sure if you can see this, but if you had played knight to or sorry if you had played bishop to g5,
Mm-hmm.
I would pretty much be forced. I would be forced to defend d5 one more time because you kind of took away a defender by pinning my knight.
Mm.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So like you would be threatening to takes and like you would actually be threatening to take away two defenders really because if you take my knight, I have to take back with queen,
Yeah.
or I could take back with pawn, but it ruins my structure.
Mm.
And if I take back with queen, then I would be removing both defenders from d5, right?
Mm.
And then you would just be able to win a pawn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So normally when you see those pinning moves, pinning a knight to the king or pinning the knight to a queen, that's also controlling the center, but it's controlling the center indirectly. It's controlling the center through tearing down one of his pieces, if that makes sense.
D takes c4. Oh yeah, d takes c4 followed by c5. I'm just looking at what Boob's saying as well.
I don't
Interesting.
play this from the backside because I play the Queen's Indian defense stuff.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I think the Queen's Indian defense stuff is pretty good as well.
So I mean, I've already set this up for doing this, so I guess I'll just continue. Because now if you take my knight, I can just take back. But you're
Right.
saying that my dark square bishop's just kind of bad, so it was much better for me just to trade it away.
Right. So here I would just go back. There's actually a line. Actually, I think it's in the Nimzo, but I think it's also in a lot of other openings where the bishop comes to b4 before the knight or the bishop comes out, and it checks the king. And the idea is if the bishop comes to d2,
Mm.
it's actually misplaced on d2 to stop the check because the
Ah, yeah.
bishop actually wants to be somewhere else. So if the bishop comes to d2,
Mm.
then the idea is actually just to bring the bishop back to e7 and claim that the bishop is misplaced and the knight actually wants to go to d2. So
Okay.
you putting your bishop on d2 automatically, it's not good, right? So
Mm.
like uh, in a lot of openings that are similar to this, like you don't want to put the bishop on d2. Like black will waste the tempo to force you to put your bishop on d2.
Mm.
So so really, I think the bishop would have been best placed on g5,
Okay.
pinning my knight.
Okay. And then just and taking the knight is quite good as well.
Yeah, taking the so you don't have to take the knight right away.
Mm.
Really, when you have that pin there, you're kind of paralyzing both the knight and the queen behind it. I
Mm.
can't move the queen because then you could take the knight and ruin the pawn structure, and I can't move the knight because then you take my queen, right?
Mm.
So really, you don't want to take until you're provoked to take,
Yeah, I
because
get you.
the pin itself is actually stronger than the threat to take, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. Because you want to be doing stuff like you want to find a way to defend that knight, but you can't really do knight to d7 because then it opens up to me attacking the middle since um, the queen can't defend it anymore either. I guess it couldn't do anyway, but
Yeah. So here I'm actually perfectly okay just bringing my bishop back.
mm, okay. Well, how about then I'll resign and we just do a quick I'll rematch you.
Uh, okay. I mean, so now I'm white. What do you want me to play?
Should we just do it again till I'm white? Well, you can do
Uh,
it.
how,
You can do it, and then I'll
how about this? What do you play against e4?
uh
We'll just
E4.
we'll just do like a quick check for your openings.
Oh yeah, I usually do C5. I'll do the Sicilian.
Okay, so you play Sicilian. All right. Okay, so you're playing this kind of Sicilian. All right. So,
What's the other kind?
uh, well, you don't have to play that. You can. I play I play e6.
Oh yeah.
I play e6 in this position instead of knight out because I play a Sicilian called the Sicilian Con, and there you want to be flexible whether you want to bring your knight out to c6 or d7.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, but I think yeah, this is completely fine as well.
Okay.
So this is a very very common. I think this is probably the most common move order that you'll see.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure you do this.
Okay. I think this is the yeah. I don't play e4. I haven't played e4 in years. So
Oh yeah.
okay, so you're playing the what is this? This is a Sveshnikov.
The Leska Pelican variation.
Is that right?
Yeah. Uh,
Yes. I'm pretty sure this is the right move, but I haven't played this. I don't think I've ever played this
okay.
actually.
So Burb and chat, you don't do this line very often. Why don't you do this, Burb? Why don't you do the line that I've taken?
I think this is fine.
Hmm. Well, I mean, if there's other things for me to do, right? Okay, so you're defending that. Um, I'm gonna guess I want to kick that away.
Open Sicilian, either a Rosalimo or delayed Alapin. Too much theory.
Ah, the white side. Okay.
Talking about white side. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna guess going a6 is quite good because you don't have that many squares, and you want to defend
Okay.
that knight, right?
A6 is not the right move here.
Isn't it? Okay, so
No.
you're threatening that, but I can defend it. I mean, I can also go b4 is my other move with my um, yeah, like pinning. But you're do I still pin if you're defended? I haven't seen this variation before.
Right. Okay. So the idea is that you have to play d6.
D d6. Oh,
Yeah.
with my knight.
Yeah.
Why is that?
No, no, no. D6, not with your knight.
Oh,
You
with
can't
my.
move
Oh,
your
you
knight.
mean with my pawn?
You have to play. You have to play pawn to d6
Yeah.
because you don't want to trade your dark squared bishop for my knight. And if my knight is coming into d6, then I'm going like you will have to either move your king, which would be terrible, or you'd have to take it, right?
Sorry, say that
So
again. So if
if
you.
I move, if I so if you don't if you play a6, right?
Yeah.
I would move my knight to d6 check,
Ah, I
right?
see. Yeah.
You would have to take it, and then I would take back with my queen, and
Ah, yeah.
I would be happy to get your dark squared bishop basically
You want my dark square bishop.
a
Okay.
knight that is kind of misplaced.
Yeah.
So you after you play d6, you can threaten to play a6 next turn.
Okay. Yeah. D6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because my queen can take back. And
Mm-hmm.
I see. And then what happens if I go e4 with my
Oh,
knight?
if you go e4 with your knight,
Yeah.
like knight takes e4 right now,
Yeah.
I can take it.
Yeah, but then I get to take your. Oh no, never mind. I was like, I get to do the checky thing, but that doesn't work. My bad. Okay, sweet. So this is my best move probably. Yeah, d6.
Yeah.
Or is it my only move? Yeah.
I think that's your only move in that position.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure this is theory. I've studied some master games that I think have gone this way.
Yeah.
But it's honestly been a while.
Okay. And then here probably like f7 with my bishop. You want my dark square bishop, but this protects it still, because I need my bishop and my queen to defend my d6 pawn, right?
I'm pretty sure that the move is. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to play a6 and then b5. So now that you've got that pawn on d6, like now that you have defended that, you can now kick the knight. And
I see.
If you can tell that my knight is actually like severely misplaced.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like my only square that's open is a3.
Yeah, I get you.
And then the idea for you is now b5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's a pin.
Now in this position, what's happening is you're threatening to play b4, right? And you've gained some queenside space.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm pretty sure the theory is the theory here first, or is it takes first? I'm pretty sure this is the theory.
Okay. Okay, and then you're threatening. I mean, that's just an annoying. You're threatening taking my knight and then me having a bad pawn structure around my king.
Kind of, yeah.
And so, I guess my moves at the moment are I can go to f7. Oh, sorry, e7 again with my my bishop, and you can take, but because you want that dark square bishop. Is that my only move?
I'm out of theory from here. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. So why is my dark square bishop so good?
So here your dark squared bishop is not good.
No.
This is like the only Sicilian where your light squared bishop is better than your dark squared bishop.
Yeah.
It's because it's because your pawns are like this.
Like this? My pawns are like this. So, you mean my pawns are on the dark squares? They're blocking it.
Yeah. Your pawns are in dark squares in the center, right? Normally your pawns are on light squares, and your light square bishop has a hard time getting out.
Yeah.
But now your pawns are in dark squares, and your dark square bishop has a hard time getting out.
And I have a good line on like b7 or something with my. Right. I've got b7 or just staying on c1 or c8. Sorry.
Yeah. With the move that you just played, can you tell me what your threat is?
My threat. Well, I can I can move my d6 pawn up and take your knight and weaken your pawn structure, or I can capture your I can capture your knight with my knight now, and uh, then you have to take back, and then um, I can take your bishop, and then I also have a check on if I go to a6 with my queen. Oh, sorry, a5 with my
Um,
queen. It's a lot of things.
so so the threat is actually just taking. You're threatening to take the knight,
Mm-hmm.
take the knight on d5, and it's a boomerang tactic. So
Yeah,
my bishop on g5 is would be undefended there,
yeah.
right? So like you would technically, I'm not sure if it wins a piece because I could take back with pawn, you would take with the bishop, and then I
Why
could
not?
take on c6, or you might be able to play. You might be able to play. You might be able to play knight into b5 in that case. But regardless, knight takes on d5 would be a very very strong move.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I have to take this. I'm pretty sure this is how these lines go.
Mm.
So you give up the bishop pair, but you claim that all of these pieces are kind of awkward to develop for black.
Yeah.
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 So
I see.
now it says Sveshnikov.
Yeah, there's a long bit of text at the top for me. I mean, they
Sveshnikov
can't see this on stream, but there's just like a super long text.
Chelyabinsk
Yeah.
variation.
So right now, what are you threatening? You've got just a really annoying knight. So I feel like
Yeah.
castling.
That is the best in this position currently.
Yeah, I feel like castling's good. I could also go to e7 with my knight,
Mm-hmm.
um, which I think would be quite good as well. Uh, mm,
Yeah. So when you're in doubt, you really just have to. I don't know any theory left in this position. When you're in doubt, you just have to not think of moves. You just have to kind of just develop a piece, basically,
yeah,
right? Like I don't have any real threats, like right away threats in this position. So all you have to do is just develop your pieces as normally as you can.
yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Well then, I guess I should probably castle then.
Yeah, castling is probably a good idea.
Yeah, because I guess I can think about like I don't see any other threats on my king at the moment, so I can
Mm-hmm.
and then I can probably move my bishop to b7 for like later. And also that means I can protect a6 with my bishop instead of using my rook. But I don't know. That seems pretty protected anyway.
Mm.
I'm not sure if it's worth keeping my uh, bishop on c8, but I feel like I should move it. I'm just thinking later on down the line I can move it to like c3, and then if I have like a rook or a queen on the g file, then that's nice.
You mean c6?
Uh,
C-
Sorry, what was it?
do you mean c6 or c3?
Um, if I keep my bishop on c
Yeah.
8.
CVH, nobody is gonna play this against you for another 300 rating points. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Bishop d3 is a bit of a weird structure, though. Bishop d3. Yeah.
Oh, you get to learn stuff now as well.
I honestly didn't know where to put that bishop. I felt like it was probably best on d3 because the d3 pawn is kind of. Oh, knight c2. Yeah, knight. Yeah, I agree. Knight c2, knight e3, and then a lot of times knight f5.
Knight c2. Knight c2. Wait, what?
So yeah, so
For you.
my
Yeah.
yeah, this is kind of like a deep analysis, but my idea was that if so normally you play normally the idea in this position, I don't know the theory per se, but the idea in this position is to play knight to c3, knight to e3, and then knight to f5. But I don't see this is probably just me not understanding it, but I don't see why you have to play that right away. Because if I
Mm.
play bishop to d3, and you try to remove my knight, if you try to remove my knight, then I'm happy that you tried to remove my knight because that actually
Mm.
opens up my bishop in that position. So normally the reason why you want to play knight c2 and knight to e3 right away is because if the bishop comes to e6
Mm.
and threatens to take the knight, then you can replace it with another knight.
Yeah.
But in this position, I think I'd be happy to take with pawn
Mm.
because then that would open up my bishop on the diagonal attacking your king.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just do this as well. Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of like that's I think that's like a really really deep analysis understanding, but
Mm. Okay, so you're going around, putting it there. Alright, so now I'm finding... So an open file for my rook would be c8. Yeah. Thanks. All the chats, yeah. Uh, I'll probably... I like c8, I guess. And then if I move my knight... Yeah, let's do that.
c8. Okay.
And then probably the other square I want is probably like, what, d... on the d file or something. I always think about using my rook to defend the pawn I have at the back instead of my queen being good. Or should I think about it as the front? I'm not sure.
Sorry, say that again.
Um, I always use one of my rooks. I always want to use one of my rooks to defend like my back pawn, so my middle back pawn. So like the d6 pawn, I want to use one of my rooks to defend that. But I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I just like intuitive move that I think about usually.
You want to move your rook to defend your back pawn.
Yeah, like on d8. My if 8 pawn to d8.
It's fine if so. Right now I have an outpost, right? So, the outpost on d5 kind of makes it so that defending that pawn, like it's better to attack rather than to defend, right? In general,
Mm.
and yeah, I think that it makes more sense to try to defend it makes more sense to try to attack than to defend.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'll go to g5 then with this, with ideas to push f5 or something.
Right.
But then I guess I have to move my king to h8 as well. Oh no, it's fine. I see, and you have that boomerang, and then you're there. I guess this stops me from being able to use my... I think this is what I was talking about with the what is it? The bishop on c8, because then I can use it when I'm pushing my f pawn to defend. Takes, get rid of the outpost. Wasted some moves on the queen side, which makes it very awkward. Okay. Yeah, it does make it awkward now. So, because I've wasted some moves on that, I guess I should continue with my original plan, which would be kind of opening up the queen side. Let me think.
So how would you open up the queen side?
Well, I'd push the b pawn up one, and then if you take, then I can get my own knight outpost on d4, and then it opens up that file for the rook. And it also opens up the diagonal for my bishop.
But can't I just take?
You take?
Yeah, if you push b4, I can take it.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fine though, right?
You lose a pawn.
Yep. Yeah. I do lose a pawn, but I don't know what my other option is right now. Uh,
Honestly, in this position, like
I could go
even
queen
me,
to a5.
I don't play on chess.com, so it says my rating is 1700. I'm 2100 on Lead Chess, and I'm 2200
Hmm.
um, rapid on Lead Chess. So I'm probably 1900 on chess.com, I want to say,
Yeah.
around for rapid at least. So honestly, I don't even really know what to play in this kind of position.
Yeah. What do you think
I
the?
I, I wouldn't worry too much about like playing the most optimal move here. Just try to find an idea, preferably one that doesn't lose material.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. I can try this. Oh, actually, I could have done that as well. Just thinking, I could have taken. I could have gone to e7 with my knight. Yeah. Oh, we got a raid. Thank you, Eric Song. Appreciate it. Uh, Eric. Hello. I haven't seen you here before. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. Is that how you
These are
shout
new
out?
people.
How do you shout people out? Iso?
Song grade. What does song grade mean? Oh, song raid.
Songray. I guess that's because his name's Eric. Uh, Thanks for the raid. Interesting. We're just going over some. Oh, Kevin is in the chat, and he's just helping me go over some different openings and stuff. Okay, so you've taken back. Yeah, I think going knight e7 was much better. Are you guys all chess players? Who are these? Who are these guys? Okay, let me think. Let me concentrate. Whoa. Okay, so I mean now I kind of want to be able to push out the middle. Um, I've got mate in four. Yeah. I'll check out your channel after this, Eric. Thanks for hosting. I appreciate it. Okay, so we've got mate in four. I don't see that. Let me go. I'm thinking e7. So that makes room for my bishop, and Uh, I can push d5. And I kind of like that, and then I can probably do something to line up more. I'm gonna do that. Do I want to move here though, or do I want to move somewhere else? I could either go here or here. I feel like this is the best.
Yeah. So you could have pushed b4 there as well. So now that my knight was not on d5 anymore, you could have
Oh yeah,
b4.
true. And then traded and then gone there, and then I would have put that bishop under pressure. I see. You're totally right.
Yeah.
Queen takes b9. Okay. Oh, you're doing this. You're doing what I wanted to do. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I have to. Or I don't have to push it, but
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to push it in this position.
Yeah. And then I guess an idea for me would be f6. Oh, I just realized I've opened. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, yeah, because I haven't done that, so f6 is completely fine. Yeah, let's do that.
Hmm. Okay. That move looks suspect to
Oh,
me.
shit! Yeah, I just saw your queen can go there. Oh, no. Thanks for the follow, Eric. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I just saw your queen can cheat me, actually.
Right.
Yeah, which I didn't see before. I was looking at the bishop, and I was like, oh, the bishop can't check me, but the queen check is annoying.
Mm.
A4 puts a lot of immediate
Yeah,
pressure on your wood queen side.
I think that does make the most sense.
Why you gotta ruin the structure like that? Yeah. Oh no.
Or was lucky for you, I think a4 of on your weak queen side. Yeah, that's true.
F4 was lucky. What do you mean by
D5.
lucky? Ah,
D5. I was thinking F5.
D5. F6. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, I want to push D5, but I was like, I gotta do it later, right? Can't do it now. Hmm.
So I was thinking D5 because you want to keep the long diagonal open for the light square bishop, and F5 kind of does the same thing a bit. Yeah. So I was gonna play A4 anyway, but I feel like playing A4 now is a bit stronger.
Oh gosh. Okay, let me think. So if I go bam now, takes, takes. Okay, that still works. Uh, but let me just think again. Takes. If I go here, I mean you can also just take, and then I take, and then you take. I take. You take. I get there. I think that's fine. Um, if I go there, yeah, I'm gonna just do this anyway, and we'll see what happens. So they have to take on you. Pawn to bully. Yeah. Ah, okay, they have to take. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, okay, I can check it out after the game. You're right. Yeah.
Hmm. Have to take.
Okay. Okay, so you can go zoop. And then I can go zoop. If I go e4, though, your only square is to go to e2 or take. You can take actually, and I take and lose a pawn. Losing pawns are bad, right? I think I... Do I want to do this? Let me think. That creates a fast one. Not sure what's good here, technically. I guess I have a lot of good okay moves. I'm gonna just this.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it feels like a lot of good moves. It feels like I'm in a good spot. And then do I want to take with that? Or... So, this is what I'm unsure of. Like, I could take here with my... I mean, I'm going to have an isolated pawn anyway. So I think I might as well take. And then block your rook from having anything open.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll take... I guess I should have thought about that a bit more, because I need to be able to defend all this stuff. Defense is tricky. Okay, you wanna take, you prefer to take. Yeah, I kind of want to take. And then... Get into that scope would be nice, I think. Is there any worth, like, more worth in having pawns in the center or on the outside in this situation?
I'm
Like,
sorry?
is it better for me to have... It's better for me to have pawns alive in the center than on the edges, right? Because it's easier for me in the end game.
The more you get to the end game, the less pawns in the center matter, and the more pawns on the edges matter.
Okay. Good structure. Oh, yeah. Suppose that's actually a bit better for you.
So that moves.
Bad.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, you can push that pawn. I see.
Push what pawn?
The B pawn. Oh no, but I can just take it.
You can take en passant.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. This move.
I think this move is what makes it awkward.
Hmm. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. But then I can go. If you did there. No, I can't go there because I need to defend. But I see, because I need to move both my king and my rook in one move if I can. But I cannot.
Right. So, do you see a defense for this?
Yeah, rook to c8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my only move as well, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I agree.
Yeah, because if I can't, I would ideally be able to move my king to g.
Yeah.
Hey, Tuchino. I'm not sure what the things I'm looking for now. It's kind of just like trades or mistakes. Like this is a draw, probably. And so I don't want to screw up, right? I don't know.
I think it's too early to say if it's a draw or not.
Okay.
I think it's way too complex to just leave it at possible.
Okay.
This position's actually pretty complex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We don't have to play this if you don't think it'll be that helpful for me either.
I mean, it's always good to just calculate and learn.
Hmm. Okay.
I might be too ambitious.
Ooh. I see what you mean. Yeah, even this is tricky. Hmm.
Oh, I'm getting really tired.
That's all right. This will be the last one. You need to go to bed, yeah. I'm just trying to think if I got anything there, but it doesn't look like it. Take. Yeah, I feel like you just get up a piece here. I mean, I can do stuff, but my king being where it is just annoying uh, as well.
Mm, yeah.
But I can't really. Well, I mean, I can do stuff, but I think I do something like this, and then I let you take that, and I do other things because I have options. I just don't know what's good. Uh, I can't see that. Yeah, let me do this. Yeah, let's go for it. Thing is, I want to move my king, so he's not going to be trapped. Um, but if my rook's on the same color, it's harder. A4. Yeah, but I think it's still hanging right after this, so it's okay. Um,
Uh, be careful.
oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, because then my rook's under take. Mm. Oh, so this is I see what you mean. So you sort of take a pawn and then you're like up. Hmm. Okay. Um.
Yeah. So I think you're not. So this game was 15 plus 10, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're playing like a longer form game, you're gonna have a lot more time than this, and like you won't have to. Like you should think about it as in like when you make a move. Okay.
Mm.
When you like when you're about to make a move, you should consider all of your opponent's responses. Like play for yourself and for your opponent. Like whenever you're about to make a move, consider all the moves that I could have made, right?
Mm.
So I think here, if you when you play Rook B8, you're missing that I can just do Queen takes, right? And I
Yeah.
just make Queen.
Yeah.
Right.
I get you.
So you like I think the better move was probably Queen takes on A4.
Okay.
And then you can like throw in a bunch of checks.
Yeah. Yeah. I was also thinking D8. Sorry, your mic's a baby. No. Hello.
Well,
Your mic's gone a bit weird, I think.
oh yeah, I kind of my finger might have been over the
Okay.
microphone.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, so and now it's harder. Like I need to move my king or push like the G pawn or something like that.
Right.
I'm thinking. I mean, I pretty much have to do that. I probably would prefer to move my king. Yeah. And then you go there. B2 bounce. Yeah, B2 bounce is probably good as well. Hey, Geo. I couldn't do it yet, though, because I would have been checkmated. Okay. So if you take that, I mean, we sort of pawn cleanup mode, I guess. I'm not sure what else I can do, so. But I feel like you have a slight advantage here because you.
I'm up a pawn.
Yeah, you have a pawn. Yeah. And then I think I want to get my king out now.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to give you checks because then
because then I get my king out.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, right now your rook on the second rank is uh like if you want to keep my king corralled, you should keep your rook on the second rank. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I do something like this. Yeah. And then you have one pass pawn.
Yeah.
And then you want to escape. Okay. But if I go out, you kind of want to stay there. And I see what you mean. So you're doing the same thing to my king. Um, if I checked you, you kind of want to be on that side anyway, right?
Yeah.
So how do I want to approach this?
So this is actually, I'm pretty sure Burr, yeah, Burr probably knows better than me, but I'm pretty sure this is a draw. It
Okay.
would be a win if my rook was behind my pawn, but because my rook is ahead of my pawn, it's actually a draw.
Okay. And so what am I trying to do here? Am I trying to push my pawns or
No,
like
you want to defend in this position. So endgames are pretty unintuitive, especially endgames where you have to draw. You basically have to make it so that I cannot make progress. So all of your moves be kind of like lax. That makes sense.
yeah. So basically I want to go to like the A file with my rook. So
Yeah,
you can't.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I just have to try to find a way to make progress.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, white can win if black makes a mistake. I think that's the whole idea, though. So, because if I go to like a um, A2, you have to go to G1, and then you're stuck with your king. I think.
Uh
Oh no, you can go down. Because I don't want this pawn here, right? It's not worth me going to take G2 if you go to F3.
um
I'm getting a little bit of lip from Giobo. It's funny. He doesn't believe.
this is actually a draw. Giobo. I think yeah, King F7 and King F2 probably not the best tries.
Yeah.
Really, I think if I was aiming to win, I should probably play like H3 and then get my king around to like King G1, King H 3.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's supposed to be the way. Like always try to keep shelter.
Sheltering what, sorry?
So I kind of misplayed this, but I think the idea is now I think continually just like check my king, or not
Yeah.
continually check my king, but you can push my king back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you can't
Yeah.
defend H2 anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should have played the other move, but yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I can aim for a win.
Yeah. And do I want to do stuff like try and get my king out by going like G6 to H6? Like
G6 to H6.
I can push the G6 pawn and then run away from your rook. Now that your king's trapped. Like if I push my pawn to G6, I mean I might as well just do it. We'll just see what happens. I guess you can move your pawns up there.
Right.
Yeah, we'll just do that. And then we're in the same spot. I guess. Yeah,
Slightly different.
slightly different. Oh yeah, and then where do I move my king? Do I just move him back into forwards? uh, I don't know.
Oh, my phone died.
Oh, did it? That's right. Should we just draw this one? We can play again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just gonna be a draw. Okay,
Gio's like, I can
let's
do
just
it.
push this pawn.
Okay. I
Pretty
mean,
sure this is supposed to be a draw.
yeah, I can swing forward. This might be winning now. Oh god. What have I done wrong? Shit. Bird would play on. Okay. Alright, so you're gonna go over there. Should I go over here? I've screwed up. Okay. Well, I thought it was a draw. G4, H5, H6.
I mean, there are some tricks in this position, but I'm pretty sure it's still a draw.
G4? I'm not sure. Oh, great. Okay. I guess I'll just do this. Boom. Rook G7,
A5 or A6 was probably a mistake.
A5? Yeah, I guess I mean, I should have definitely been moving across earlier as well, like pushing up my pawn. Uh, do I want to go backwards? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
So this is actually a very, very famous
Oh, is it?
drawing position. You have to be very careful in this position.
Oh, Jesus, I don't know what to do.
This position is very tactics laden. Be very, very careful where you move.
Okay, so if I move up, then you can check me, and then I have to move away. Ah.